Pulp Secret is brought to you by Zunart's new graphic novel, The Lost Ones.
Hey guys, welcome to The Stack. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
And Pete is still out today.
Good reason, though, this time.
Yeah.
He finally joined the Weapon X program.
Yes.
They finally accepted his application. They're really going down the list.
Yeah, what they did was, as far as we know, they ripped out his skeleton.
That's as much as we know so far.
That's right.
And he's like, please put in adamantium. And they were like, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, LePage.
So right now he's a blob. And the funnier part is he finally got to do the Weapon X program, but when he finds out what we're doing during the show, he's going to kill us.
He's going to murder us.
Oh my God.
And if they put adamantium in, then he can kill us.
Yeah, so
but
we'll hope that doesn't
I'm
happen.
trying to get them to put chocolate in, chocolate-laced bones.
We have a couple of awesome things to talk to you guys about today. We're going to talk about the Hack Slash Annual. We have a preview of that for you guys. Also, In Odd We Trust. And then after the break, we're going to have a bunch of other stuff, including a viewer mail and a speed round. So stay tuned for that. But let's get right into the Hack Slash Annual. For those of you who don't know, this has not been released yet, except on suicidegirls.com. If you're under 18, do not go to suicidegirls.com.
And what are you doing up at this hour?
Yeah.
No matter what hour it is.
We broadcast the show. The internet is up from like midnight to 3 in the morning.
It is at my house. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Like this.
But this has been released on suicidegirls.com. They actually are releasing it in print, launching it at San Diego Comic-Con, but we got a chance to check out the whole thing. Not by going to suicidegirls.com.
No, don't do that. I can't handle that.
What do you think about this issue?
I liked it a lot. Hack Slash is such a great title. Like, it's in its genre, and it works every time.
Yeah.
He does a good job writing it.
Yeah,
Tim Seeley.
this is great. I actually think there's a lot of corporate tie-ins that could happen with any sort of title, but Hack Slash and Suicide Girls is a perfect fit together.
Yeah.
It works perfectly, and I love the fact. Little bit of a spoiler here, but I love the fact that some of the Suicide Girls are committing suicide.
Yeah, it's kind of a...
It's funny.
It's a little twist.
Yeah,
it's
a little
funny. Like,
but it works perfectly. Both the ethic of Suicide Girls and of Hack Slash work perfectly together. I think it's really nice. I really like the art in this issue, as usual. It's a supersized issue, which is also very cool.
Over the course of the series, or the course of the book, Cassie Hack poses nude, and then actually, if you're over 18, you could go check out pictures of Cassie Hack on Suicide Girls.
Of course, that as soon as we said over 18, everybody turned off the
Everyone's
show.
like, huh?
It's like, Suicide Girls.
Yeah.
.com.
Now,
so you can find nude pictures online of Cassie Hack, cartoon character.
but a real person.
Yeah. No. Cartoon character.
Yeah, but it's a real girl.
No, but it's a cartoon girl.
Okay.
Well, I don't know because I don't have a subscription to your Satan-y website.
Satan-y?
Satan-esque, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I've never
this is
seen
great.
Satan.
Definitely go check it out on Suicide Girls if you're over 18. Or wait until San Diego Comic-Con and pick it out when it comes up then. Let's move on and talk about In Odd We Trust. This is kind of an interesting title as well because it's Dean Koontz, mega-selling author.
His name is all over it in big print.
Yes. He created a series of novels about a character named Odd Thomas, who is a very nice pancake fry cook who can see ghosts and see the future and things like that. This is a manga that is a prequel to his series. So what do you think about this?
He literally says, I can see dead people, which I think is a little bit on the
Maybe
nose.
You can't actually say that anymore.
A little bit
after
on the
that,
nose.
What's that movie?
I don't-
Unbreakable.
Oh, yeah, it's
that's
a great movie. Great twist at the
I
end.
kind of enjoy this. And when I say kind of, I mean 50% enjoyed this.
Oh, no. That's very specific.
Yeah, it is.
I enjoyed it 52%.
Well, here's the thing. I like the concept a lot. I think Odd Thomas is a cool character, even though he has a ridiculous name. And I like the tone of the character in the world that is set up there. And even though he is another character that sees dead people, I think it is dealt with in an interesting way. As well as the story there itself, provided by Dean Koontz, is interesting. The 50% I don't think that works is the dialogue.
Agree completely. The dialogue is... It's very childish.
It's
even.
stilted.
Yeah, and the audience. You're way ahead of it throughout the whole thing, and it's so weird. Also, like everyone's so nice in the book. They're all friendly. He's like, my pancakes are great. Her lasagna's to die for. It's all about like friendship.
Maybe
like,
that's
how
why
nice
I liked it, because I like books about pancakes.
Yeah, you're very hungry all the time.
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
And then he's just kind of
I wish somebody would feed me chocolate bones.
He just casually throws in, yeah, I see dead people and I help the local friendly police chief investigate murders.
Here's what I do like about this, and this is the only reason we could talk about this because Pete isn't here, is I like the fact that they are using the manga art style, and I think it's very good manga art, to tell a story. This is going to sound so ridiculous, but in an American way. You know, that it's bridging the gap between, oh, I'm American, oh, I don't like manga, manga sucks, you know, oh, but I like Dean Koontz books. You know, that this is calling out to two audiences at the same time.
His name is in very big letters. I can't tell you how big the letters are.
Yeah, in fact, there's actually, when we say dialogue, there's no other words in the book but Dean Koontz.
Yeah, Dean
all the characters are like, Dean Koontz.
They're like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz.
Pretty much.
Dean.
Would you say
Koontz.
pick this up?
No.
I would maybe say yes, especially if you like Dean Koontz's novels at all.
Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz. Koontz. Dean.
After the break, we are going to have a speed round and a viewer mail, so stay tuned.
Dean Koontz.
Zoonarts presents a graphic novel from Steve Niles, author of 30 Days of Night, featuring the artwork of Dr. Revolt, Morning Breath, Kimmy Buzelli, Gary Panter. One epic story told by 5 groundbreaking artists. The Lost Ones. Read it now at zoonarts.net.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Stack, and it is time again for a highly demanded character spotlight from the new graphic novel, The Lost Ones, which you can download completely for free.
Completely for free.
Not even partially for free,
all,
but
when you say free, it has to be free completely.
Yeah,
It's a
right
thing about
now
free.
at the Zune Arts website at zoonarts.net/lost.
Lost. Today we're taking a closer look at Cynthia, who's one of the 2 female space travelers in the book. Gotta have females.
Yeah, and gotta have space travelers.
Yeah.
She's the analytical and crafty one with the white streak in her hair.
Important identifying factor.
Yes.
When she's not building elaborate space travel devices, she's playing pranks on alien races. She's
that's
darling.
Cynthia.
She's darling
and
in that way.
She's got a little secret crush on one of the guys.
That's one of the things we're trying to emphasize is the secret crushing that happens.
If you guys like people that are secret or have crushes, you're gonna love The Lost Ones.
You are sold.
How much can you get it for?
It's last time I checked. Hold on, free. It's absolutely free, completely free. Hurry up and download it before we raise the price again.
All right, let's move on with a speed round. I'm going to kick it off with Blue Beetle number 28. Surprised a little bit because this is Will Pfeiffer's last issue on the title.
Quick little run,
Yeah, he did a quick little run, but I would say he did not miss a step from John Rogers. I really like this issue a lot. I think it's very solid, and I'm really looking forward to what Matt Sturges is going to do with the title.
Joker's Asylum number 1. This may obviously be a tie-in to the Dark Knight movie because it's ridiculous what happens. It's the Joker is like, I'm evil, and then he's like, actually I'm not, I'm just doing a just good for society. Yeah. You can probably miss this one.
The Boys number 20. For those of you who have dumped The Boys after the last arc that took place in Russia, pick it back up again because with this in issue 19, the series is kicking back into high gear.
Punisher War Journal number 21. This is for Pete. This is a ridiculous issue. Don't pick it up unless you like the Punisher. That was not for Pete.
The Atom number 25. This is the last issue of the title. DC, Jesus Christ, stop canceling good titles like The Atom. Or at the very least, give Rick Remender enough room to plan out the arcs and do these arcs. There are so many plot threads left dangling here, it's driving me mad right now.
Quick Rick ending him and Rick begin him.
Wow, that was amazing. All right, we're going to move on with the viewer mail. This is another reason that Pete is going to hate us because we're going to answer this question without him. Stephanos writes to tips@pulpsecret.com, what are your guys' favorite comic book fights? And what comic books are they from? I bet this is Pete right now. If he was here, he's like, there's so many.
So many good fights.
And I actually agree with him.
Yeah,
I agree with the ghost of Pete.
Haunting us still. I'm going to go, thing that jumps to mind first is Hulk versus the Thing, the arm wrestling matches.
Yeah, that's fun.
Love those. Very fun. It would always devolve into some sort of a horrible battle.
Yeah. For me, I think whenever I think of great fights, I think of the X-Men, pretty much across the board. This was actually tough for me. I will pull a little page here and give you a couple of choices of favorite fights just because I was thinking about it. First one, prelude to a fight. The issue of the X-Men right before Wolverine kicks the Hellfire Club's ass. Last panel of the page, last panel is him in the sewer looking up at the camera being like, I'm coming for you. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then the next
That was
issue,
cool.
not too shabby either. Another Wolverine thing, actually. Wow, I really am pulling over the page. This is ridiculous. But I've talked before about how I love X-Men in Australia. After all the X-Men have gone through the Siege Perilous, and the only people left are Wolverine and Jubilee, and they have to take down the Reavers, those issues are amazing. Some of the most brutal, graphic, intense stuff the X-Men has ever done. And the last one I say, which again is another X-Men one, I told you, a lot of them were X-Men.
Ridiculous.
Astonishing X-Men, when Danger takes down the X-Men.
Oh, that was cool.
It's totally
So smart.
cool.
That was a smartly
it's
done battle.
great. That fight is incredible. And I knew that they weren't going to kill off Kitty and Colossus, but nevertheless, when they were impaled together, made me gasp out loud. That's how good it was.
They died how they lived. A couple more from me. From Starman, Bobo Benetti versus the Royal Flush Gang was awesome. That's very esoteric, that one. Also, from Fables, Flycatcher versus the Army of Wooden Soldiers and Goblins was
that's
so
great. That's
good.
a good
Such a
choice.
smart battle it was. And that's what I like. I can see guys getting punched on the street.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm doing the punching.
Nice. Quick one from cartoons, actually, that came to mind because we were talking a little bit about were there any Superman or Batman fights. I think it was the last episode of the Superman animated series where Superman is fighting Darkseid and punches him in sort of slow motion, and you see the sound waves, the windows breaking, and Darkseid gets punched across town. Awesome. There's a very simple punch.
There's a
one.
great poetry war between Ezra Pound and an unnamed New England poet that you should check out back from 19th century.
I'm a big fan of the East Coast, West Coast rap battle that's been going on for years.
Yeah, totally, man.
Crazy
It's really
stuff.
heating up.
What are your favorite superhero or comic book fights? Please,
poetry.
somebody come up with one from Ghost World. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a great one in there. If you have a question, you can call us at 888-841-7549. Write it to tips@pulpsecret.com, and you can upload your video responses on YouTube or comment right here below. And if you're ever in New York City, come visit us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. at Comic Book Club, our live show. All the details are on pulpsecret.com. We will see you guys next time.
And if you missed Chocolate Bones LePage, he'll be back next week.
That's his new nickname.
Old Chocolate Bones.
Chocolate Bones LePage.